Get another 5, and we go back into the traditional draft. Let's see, we've had mixed success this week. Unfortunately, this account has taken 2 1-2s and a 2-2, but then picked up a 4-2 yesterday, and then we have one like 5-1 on the paid account. But we hope to get to our...
My record so far is 0-2, 5-0, 5-0, 0-2. So
wow.
I have never both won and lost a match with a single deck.
that is, you're min-maxing this to the extreme.
Not in a good way.
No, but that seems to be what's happening. All right, we go right to the rares in this format. What do we got here? Wow, a 2-3 flying for 2. A very tough 2. Lands on the battlefield and land cards and graveyards can't be the targets of spells or abilities your opponents control, whatever. So really it's just about 2-3 flying for 2.
Which is a great creature. Let's see what else we got.
Yeah.
We have 2 of my favorite uncommons in the set. 3 of my favorite uncommons in the set.
Yeah. Now, my Disciplined Gem Hounding would go for Atomic on future gems alone. But before we decide on that, on strict power, what would you take here? We've got Spark Harvest, Outburst, and then quite the combo card and quite the value card. Yeah, like you said, all these are great.
Yeah, all of those are great. Man, this is a tough one to evaluate.
We also have Greeting.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Jai's Greeting is great. Just on raw deck building power level, Evolution Sage is really, really disgusting. I love Ral's Outburst. It's an automatic 2-for-1, and Kasmina has really overperformed. Planeswalkers that create creatures, planeswalkers that have ways to defend themselves, are in a completely different category than planeswalkers that don't. So she's one of the good uncommon planeswalkers. Her mana cost is easier to cast, but I don't think in a format with this much fixing and greed potential that should decide it. I'm leaning toward the Evolution Sage.
Yeah, I almost want to take this and just try and be in their spells deck because I just really want to be. But
the
in
spells
that case,
deck looks great.
But then if that's the case, I should just take Kasmina as a fine card for the spells deck. You know, get some anyway.
Yeah,
but yeah,
Sage
this
is the strongest build around.
All right, let's take the Sage.
All right,
and that is abandoning my my rare drafting principles. But we have a guest on. I don't want to force rare drafting on Nick here. Let's draft let's draft the deck we want to draft today. So let's see. Ashiok we've seen do some work, but you really have to commit.
Yeah.
Or if you're going to run Ashiok at all, you need to have your plan for how that's going to work and how you're going to make that a solid plan. This is a much worse pack though. Like, ugh.
So Band Together is solid removal.
True.
And
instant
it's
speed
on color. I think that's probably the pick here.
Yeah, we should just follow. I think you don't want to get married to your first pick, but when you have a pack with nothing, a build around uncommon, something that'll probably wheel okay removal and better removal on your colors, we'll just take the on color.
Middling Mage asks if Transmutation is worth more because of the gods, and I think the answer is yes, honestly. I think that card goes pretty significantly up in value. Especially in best of 3. It's not a great removal spell because of all the advantages to sacrifice, all the different ways to bounce, all the ways that you can deal with that. But it is basically the only card in the set that permanently, semi-permanently at least, deals with gods.
Yeah. And I wonder, so it says Enchanted creature loses all abilities and has base power and toughness 1/1. If you put that on an army token, Do they make a new token, or does it get bigger? It gets bigger. It
goes
so
from 0,
that's
to 1,
right.
1.
It doesn't really stop it because it just
change
gets
its
bigger.
creature type,
right.
so it's still.
I knew it was
army.
bad, but I had lost the thread on why it was bad, and that's why it actually just makes it better. That's right. Because I knew that like they very deliberately did not want to put anything in the set at common, especially that just kind of nullified the whole amass token thing, right? Yeah.
So this is 2 colors that we're not, but fixing, especially for planeswalkers, and especially if we're base green, Teferi is just so good. So good.
With green, you can generally get to whatever colors you want, but this is also
Domri's Ambush is great. It plays well with Evolution Sage.
Yeah. So forget gems. Let's do we're not doing this about gems for this draft. Right. Which is just better, do you think?
Oh, I take the Teferi here.
Yeah.
I mean, he replaces himself immediately. He protects himself. He turns off counter spells. Like this is the thing with.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
Well, okay, great. There you go. Thanks. Very
sorry.
Excellent timing.
Ooh.
Oh, it came back.
No, we're on pick 4. It's not gonna. Yeah.
It's there at pick 4. That's almost enough to make me want to abandon. Except we've still got solid green in this pack that tells me that we're probably on the right path.
Nurture and Horizons, but this is like I've been green every time because of this. Like I just feel like. Somebody said they updated the bots. Are we drafting with updated bots here?
Could be.
Well, let's all right. Horizons
is the proliferate deck, which those are honestly the 2 decks that I've gone 5-0 with. So
Horizons
small sample side, but I think it's Horizons.
All right, I'm down. I came in thinking that Horizons green was going to be a major factor in this format. So
all right, I'm wrong about everything. We should have been red blue spells. I'm going to cry forever.
Because
Prophet should not be in there. Pick 5. That card is amazing.
It's not too late. I mean, we can still go red green. We could take this if you think.
You know what? We could. We saw
like nothing here is like over what, right? Like
over what is the right question. I do like Goblin Assault Team in the Kronch archetype. It crunches extremely well. It also gives you an opportunity to say Kronch even more often. Like that's a Kronch that gets you saying Kronch even when you're not playing any of your Kronches or Kronch Wranglers.
But you would take the profit.
I would take the profit.
Yeah, and look to we can take. Well, this is just a might as well low opportunity cost type pick here.
And Planar Beacon is a card that I think is pretty solid. Oh, Turd Ogre. Solid. Did I do that?
No, that was a raid from Nantuko.
Oh,
thanks,
cool.
Nantuko.
Hello.
Yeah, I keep missing raids, so I finally changed my sound to something dramatically different.
There you go. One fun thing about splashing Planeswalkers is the Planar Bacon is a better card, I think, than I gave it credit for. It is a double splash for your hybrid Planeswalkers and for cards like Teferi. Same with Guild Globe. I think that card is better than it appears on the surface. So I like Turret Ogre here.
You like Turret Ogre here. Let's see. The other option would be like Snare Spinner.
Snare Spinner is fine. But if we're red-green base, then Kronch is open, and Turret Ogre Kronches extremely well.
All right, we'll try that. Try to be a little more aggro.
Oh.
See where that goes. Another Prophet.
Oh. Prophet is good. Courage in Crisis is good. I think the second Prophet is better than the first Courage.
Hey, Nantuko, we're doing all right. Yeah, I think you can pick these up. Like,
I think those will go pretty late.
Yeah, I think we can pick those up later. Let's be curve-based here. So, looks like we're in the right spot.
Look at this. All right, I take it all back. We're geniuses.
Have we found the right seat, Nick?
I think we may have. I think we found the chair.
I mean, not like these are amazing, but
no, but
this is great. I like a grizzly. We're trying to wrangle.
Every card here is playable, at least out of the sideboard. I don't think Catharsis is good, but every card here is a card that I would put in a deck. So now we get to be a little choosy here.
Probably wrangle.
Yeah, I think we Kronch it. Let's Kronch it up.
I mean,
I want to have at least one grizzly in the deck.
And I feel like we're trying to, like, I actually, like, I'm a little excited to actually try something that looks like it's trying to be somewhat aggressive. And this means, to me, splashing is, if we're trying to be a little bit more aggressive with a Gruul-style deck, splashing is less important.
Yep.
So let's fill out our twos.
Yeah, Kronch is a huge friend of Evo Sage as well.
Just the wolf
is
here.
Fine. Yeah. Force landing is okay,
ooh,
but don't completely overlook Blind Blast.
Well, I've never been red before, so like my instincts are to take the best green or black card I see without really looking at So I would say, though, that I find it hard to find a place for non-creature, like the non-planeswalker, non-creature spells. You really have to run good ones.
Oh, I think you're right.
And like I would rather have a B+ removal spell from the board rather than a C level spell in the main or the board. It's obviously when it hits when they have one toughness, this is very good. But I think this is just...
I almost look at Blind Blast as a anti-planeswalker card, because frequently you are setting up turns where your early planeswalker has one blocker to defend it.
Mm-hmm.
Like a Kasmina, make a token, go. This pushes you right past that. I'm not saying it's a great card. It's definitely not.
I mean, we're at pick 10. We're not expecting great, 10. Just trying to figure out. Yeah, so that's the thing. It's like it's kind of an average case across the board versus an occasional spiked high-end card, right?
I think you've sold me on Force Landing, though.
Okay, well, we can. We'll probably have more opportunities at Blind Blast anyway.
Ooh. I like On-Crop Invader. Although...
Too late.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts?
Crocodile is a bad Kronch.
That's true. We'll get those, though. I think I like
good crunchy.
Leaning low. Probably not playing either. He's just catching up on chat here a little bit.
Yep.
Well, we got a on-color rare, but do we care? Crew 1 is nice.
Yeah, Crew 1 is nice. Oof. It's not a great card. It really belongs in the red-blue spells deck, where it becomes very good.
Yeah.
I don't think
what do we got instead?
Well,
That's it. We got a Thundering Ceratok. And a splash prison realm?
Yep. That's pretty much what we're looking at. If we are looking to get to Fairy in, Epiphany is a wonderful card.
Yeah, I mean, if we're splashing, we can take. I would almost rather the prison realm, though. I think if we're taking a splashed white or blue card, but I think the opportunity cost is pretty low here to go ahead and take the gems. We probably play this anyway. If we don't, we're not passing up much. I'm going to take it for the rare drafting philosophy, because I think that's at least a spot where the opportunity cost is so low we can justify it pretty well.
Good call.
And then we have
very, very good.
Rager on 2.
Trades up basically every time.
Threat of Act, is it very good? Like,
I
it
think
deals
it
1
is.
damage. I guess it does. It's going to trade with a 2/2 even if you don't activate or whatever. And there's not much else here for us, so I guess that makes sense because we're
I like
just
having
it's,
1 Pyrohelix.
we
but
probably
get
have
1
time.
later. Yep.
Bond of Passion is the act of treason.
Yeah.
And I might be interested in that if I were doing a lot of sacrifice, but I think we just
6.
want...
Well, okay,
Here
let's
or
talk
here?
about Kiora for a second. too,
Sure.
because Kiora cares about Kronches.
That's 2. True. That is
And
true.
she does accelerate.
Yeah, we could do Kiora. I was thinking of her as untap and forgot the crunching part. So I was attracted to
Oh,
this-
2 very good cards down there.
this end of things, but you have a good point about Kiora.
I would really like to Kronch.
All right.
Ah, sun in the sky, brine on my skin. Great day to fight.
We have some proliferate, don't we?
We
Oh,
do.
we have the evolution sage.
We have Evolution Sage.
I don't know if that makes this the pick here, though. We could take our first Heartfire. I also don't know how many of these we want in the red deck, but 1 seems correct.
Heartfire is fine.
Courage and Crisis also.
Yeah, Courage in Crisis is another one of those that I want 1 of, but not multiples.
So I'm gonna go with the Heartfire here. We could take splash potential, but
Here I like the Plaza.
yeah,
Yeah.
because we're trying to. You still think we're doing this?
I don't know if we're doing this, but I don't want to.
It only costs us a
not
courage.
doing it. I don't want to pass up on a good way to splash something really good for a Courage in Crisis. I mean, maybe we don't end up playing the Gateway Plaza, but
That's fair. This is replaceable, and I keep meaning to put up a note here. Well, you talk of this pack for a second. I'm gonna
Sure.
add something to the screen that lets people know who the heck you are, Nick.
oh, that's nice. Thank you. Let's see. In this pack, lots of cards on our colors, but they're not terribly good. If we were, let's see, Grim Initiate is nice with On-Crop Invader because it is 2 sack targets. Honor the God Pharaoh is a card that I think is really overperformed. Adding a mana and a 1/1 to Faithless Looting makes it a pretty solid card. We are not in a archetype that gets a lot of draw. So being able to turn a land and this into 2 other cards in a 1/1 seems pretty good. We've got a minor proliferate thing going on here. It's very, very minor right now. Right now it's just the Evolution Sage, but I think we can lean into it. So I'm kind of on Honor the God Pharaoh here.
Okay. Where is that? All right, take that. Hey, another Wrangler for us.
Crunch it. Crunch it.
And that is, if we have to, not the
it's fine.
worst. And put this here for now.
Here I think you just take the uncommon for Vault Progress. There's nothing in here.
All right. And I've done that and back and locked in. Thank you for that. We'll do that here as well. Not taking any of those.
I will gladly point out your inadequacies.
Goes both ways, buddy. There's a reason you came 10th.
Yeah, not a lot going on here.
Yeah, I thought we looked like we were in such a great place at the end of pack 1 with all the red and green, but looks like it's a little cut the other way.
Well,
Hey, Zach. Can't promise you that. White Finale, what does this do? Bunch of 2/2s.
ooh, that's real good.
Yeah, we might even be able to take that and cast it if we end up with another New Horizons. I don't mind the double splash. If you double splashing a late game Super Bomb off of 2 New Horizons, the double color, I mean, is fine with me.
That is true.
We could take a nerd, and also again, we're at a, what are we giving up? I guess a Jaya's Greeting.
We're giving up a Jaya's Greeting.
But it's a mythic, and I'm willing to hedge a bit on gem harvesting for rares because it's actually pretty close, but it's not very close with mythics. They're so gemmy. I'm gonna take the gem, and I'll even leave it in there. I think if we get another Evolution Sage.
All right, we're
Greeting.
getting late in the deck, but a second Evo Sage.
Let's do
in
it.
The Kronch deck is spicy. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, this is the
Right.
free to play. There's Obnix. We have Grizzly.
I did say I wanted
Band
one
Together?
Grizzly, but another Band Together is good too.
Yeah. We even have the first.
We don't.
Yeah. So this might wheel
take
though.
Yeah,
Let's take Band Together.
Band Together is good removal.
That excites me. What do we got up here?
All right,
Oh,
so Devouring Hellion is good if you have things to sack. It is best in the red-black Amass deck.
Yeah, I don't think we're really there. We're more here,
We're
right?
not there. Rebel
We're
Belt
here?
Riders are not a Kronch. Kronch is a Kronch. I'm just throwing that out there.
It's true. I get excited by the gold here.
It's
but,
the better card in the abstract, but I need you to evaluate the craunchiness relative to the non-Kronch cards.
Yeah, let's
Spellgorger
take
Weird
this
is a card
Kronch.
that I would love to pack one, pick one, take.
we'll take
and
this.
build around. It's not this deck.
We'll do it. Hey, or this.
Nahiri's good for us. We are an attacking deck.
Yeah, first strike, no
First
joke.
strike is solid. Removal, good.
Keep passing greetings though.
Yeah, that makes me sad. I could see either one there.
One thing about Nahiri is like if they are on defense, they might not have tapped creatures, so it can sometimes just be the first strike effect, whereas greeting is just always going to be solid.
Yeah.
Maybe we can have. We need like a Nick command to give
Never
you a
been
little
a command, Ryan. I like that.
give you a bio when people ask. But Nick is a former design director on MTG Arena and former coworker and boss of mine, and fun human being to have on stream. Anyway, where are you at on this chat? Stratic is all about the first strike.
Yeah, it's the argument.
At least we don't have
got
much
nothing
fours.
on 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
Oppose
Sure.
me and be reduced to rubble.
it's fair. We got a
Another
Kronch.
Rager.
Oh, Kronch.
Where's the Kronch?
Kronch.
Here. Sorry. Well,
It's just a humanoid Kronch. It's fine. It's very crunchy.
all right. Well,
All right. So Guild Globe makes me want to think about Teferi.
we also have Finale.
Yeah.
Kiora plus Gateway Plaza is Finale, and Teferi.
It's also Teferi.
Probably,
That's a tough one.
like, we have a lot
Globe
of...
on its own does not get us to Finale.
No, but also...
that-
I'm not sure it's what we want to do. I'm not sure we're playing Finale, but I don't know if Globe is what we want to do on 2. I guess we have 5 plays currently, so a 6th wouldn't hurt. If we had managed to load up on 2s, I would be less excited about doing this on 2 when we're trying to Kronch here.
We are trying to Kronch.
Hey, Huckleberry, we do not know. It was always the plan when we were on the team, but it was deprioritized by the time I left, and I don't know where they have it on their radar now. All right. So anyway, back to here. There's also this Blind Blast.
I don't think we're there. We're picking fixing here, and I don't know.
We only have 23 spells right now, so we're not cutting anything currently. Although this is fine. Although I'm not thrilled about this main exactly. I'm going to go with the Plaza.
Yeah,
because it works better with Kiora.
I agree. Wrangle it, the Kronch.
Yeah, there we go.
Put it in your crunch.
Didn't see it
All
for a
right.
second.
Grab that Heartfire. Love
Yeah,
it.
second Heartfire.
Bad Kronch is still a Kronch.
Yeah, we've got one of those bad crunches, and I don't think we're going to play two. I'd rather have this for the board, I think.
Do we already have one?
No.
No?
We took other things.
The other thing?
Yeah.
Take a quick look at the curve, please. Like, we've just got nothing at 6. And we have 2 ways of ramping. I don't know.
All right.
Amass also plays well. Oh, the Grizzly came back. We're doing it, chat.
Thought it might. Are we
All right.
playing this? I don't know. About
Probably
that.
not, but now we actually have cuts, so good news. Last pick is where you belong, Beast.
Yeah. Not in our deck. Let's see. Let's look here. We've got 4 cuts. I guess we have to decide if we're doing this
Yep.
and this. Might be fancy play if we cut these. Let's start there. See what it looks like if we don't get fancy about it. 16-9.
If we cut those, we just have an adult deck that we get to turn creatures sideways.
2 cuts though. Maybe Wolf. Pretty
I don't
underwhelming.
think we want... Do we want 2 Heartfires in this deck? I mean,
Maybe
we've got
not main.
Yeah.
It's not like we have a lot of spare things to sack, but usually it is an instant, so you can respond to removal.
Stratic, I would be with you on cutting New Horizons, except that is one of the few ways we have to get additional +1/+1 counters on things for the Evo Sages.
Yeah. So I put back in Heartfire. I liked taking out the tank. I don't think we're doing enough.
Yeah, we're not doing tank. You don't like
Non-creature?
Arlen's Wolf?
We'll just have to cut something. I mean, let's see. I guess more creatures might be better in terms of Grizzly. We have 2 sages. With 2 sages, I want to. I don't want to cut. I want to cut the sage in the horizon. You're right. It's not amazing, Stratic, but with Kiora and Nahiri, we get some baseline there, and with the Kronch Wranglers getting counters naturally.
Our Kronches can really get out of hand.
Like
which...
this, I'm not giving up on the sages.
Yeah, I like the Wolf. Wolf is very good at hunting planeswalkers.
So like that.
Yeah. I like that.
What is On-Crop Invader doing? Threatening to activate, I guess. I've been told LSV thinks it's a top common. I don't know. I think it maybe is when you have a lot of amass tokens threatening to sack. But I also don't know what we're playing. You know, would we really rather have a Heartfire or a second Heartfire? Maybe. But that's where we're at. Like, or main decking a landing, or we go back into the splash situation. But I really wanted a second New Horizons to get behind Finale of Glory, since a New Horizons is a single card splash for Finale. But
yeah, I want the things that we win with late to be things that we can find with the bear, and things that benefit from our sages.
I think I'm going to risk a second Heartfire and cut the Invader.
I think that's reasonable, yeah. I like that.
I think there's enough. Everybody's playing black. There's all sorts of black removal flying around. I think Heartfire will be fine without a lot of heavy sack targets. Also, Kiora, loses her relevance or whatever, and you can, or Nahiri. Although we like both of their statics.
Let's see. Is Initiate better than some of this other stuff right now? The nice thing about Initiate is it does make a creature with a counter on it. With 2 sages, I kind of like it better than I normally would. It's not a great card by any stretch.
I mean, the profit's not great either in this deck, although it's fine at 2.
I think it's good at 2. Initiate is good for Heartfire. I think I want to find something else to cut.
All right, well, here's 41.
Yeah.
Second Heartfire? Or...
no,
this is a little clunky, but it does create something we could Heartfire. No,
maybe it is the wolf.
Not going to 16 here.
No, this is not a 16. All right. How many creatures is that?
We're back to 15.
15?
That's reasonable.
God Pharaoh counts as half a creature. 15 and a half. Honor the God Pharaoh.
Yeah, we'll find it. All right.
All right.
Let's try this. Some support to cut a profit over the wolf. Maybe 3, 4, 5, 6. I like having these 7 to come out before like a New Horizons. But let's keep that in mind. Maybe we draw a profit, ask ourselves if we'd rather have a wolf. It's only 1 data point, but it's a question I like to ask when trying to figure this stuff out. We're gonna start here, and we'll play a match, and let's go to. Oh wait, hold on. I want to copy this. Battlefield view.
Ryan, what are we doing? We're not splashing anything. We're not playing 5 colors.
I'm gonna go. Let's see. Where should we put you? Here, I'm gonna go.
Hashtag adult deck. Yeah.
There we go. That works. Boo mana.
Ugh.
We have a play, but I mean, if he showed me a forest on top, obviously this is like amazing.
Oh, then it's
not amazing. It's good. I guess because of that we mulligan. I'm gonna mulligan this.
Yeah.
That's right. More keepable.
That's fine.
Still want some red, but
we'll get there.
Oh, thanks. We'll update that.
There's
Let's
the red.
Get the record. All right, I think that's all correct now. We don't have any double red. For what it's worth, I will disguise our second color for a moment. I like Kiora here, play Initiate.
Yeah, I like that.
I desire 1 drop, ripples and grows.
One Kronch.
1 Kronch. We just need the...
any of our Kronches.
Any Kronches will do. How many Kronches do we have that we can play on 4?
2 Turd Ogres and...
What an
a Raging.
creature. Let's see how you work.
Well, Got the Sage, got no land for now.
So we can band together and punch Saheeli.
Band together.
I don't love that, though. Or we can just play the Evolution Sage and pass.
Killing the Visionary and... Yeah, because...
Saheeli, I don't think Saheeli is that good.
I don't either.
In red spells.
I don't either, because you look at it and you want servos, or no, what's the Thopters, and instead you get servos, and that's kind of a bummer.
I think band together and hit Saheeli, though. If they combo off, we might not be able to come back from that.
I like that.
You will not dissuade me. I will craft your demise.
Nothing to Cura here.
Nope.
Uh-oh, I'm out of coffee.
Alright, that's fine.
Especially if we get a land, but of course we do not. Because if we had a land, we could go Evolution Sage, play the land, untap, and replay
and
Wrangler. As it
Instead,
is...
I think just develop the Sage.
Yeah, I guess Sage here still makes the most sense.
Sage can block. Well, I guess so can Griminish.
Griminish could attack, even if we wanted. I expect we're going to be seeing a few more servos, but I don't feel like attacking here is correct.
Yeah.
But this is somewhat of a concern.
I mean, we're paying for our mulligan here, but I think we are one land or Kronch away from being back in it.
That's true. Initiate has first strike, so I should have attacked. They still could have double blocked and just accepted one, but then we get one of them and then making a mass token. Probably would have been okay, but it's not the worst that we held back either. Heartfire at instant speed could be interesting with that Conjurant. To set it up, though, we have to, like, play Wrangler and then untap, which is a little bit obvious, but...
Well, let's let him make a mistake.
The ocean surges, life thrives.
Yeah, block, deal first strike, then Heartfire.
Yep.
Or whatever. I guess depends on what we're trying to play around with the untapped mana. There's heuristics around, like, do you do your trick before or after you block? And usually it's after, but sometimes you want to figure out if they're going to do something so that you can respond before having to decide your blocks. Usually it's correct to do it after, though. And now...
Alright, now I think you might first strike and then send the initiate at the Drake, because we don't have a great answer for that.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Hold on. Late, but you get it. You are also, unfortunately, Nick, on the silent side. If I set it up so that it plays audio for us, it double plays audio for...
Oh, sure, that makes sense.
Ground. So, anyway, we're gonna let them start attacking, and they're not. So, what do we want to take out? Because we could... There's an argument for getting rid of the Drake here.
Yeah, hit the Drake now.
But then we like sacrifice the initiate? Is that...
Yeah,
just...
and then if you draw a land, it becomes a 2/2. It's great.
All right. Not bad.
All right.
Cost him a Still traded a card, just not the one we wanted to trade for. Man, we cannot... yeah, here's where... We passed 3 damage for Nahiri, and it's not doing much here.
Yeah.
It might be worth distracting the Drake, though. If, because here's the deal, like, let's say we play Nahiri, and they get the Drake to 4/5 and attack Nahiri down to 2. If we can proliferate, I guess that doesn't help either. This is the problem with Planeswalkers.
Yep. Planeswalkers that don't innately protect are just spells.
We're getting a little hosed on mana here, though. It would be nice if we could get either of these two down.
We've got a nice low curve, and we're not drawing much.
I guess we just have to sit back. Definitely not attack. I'm just trying to figure out if we throw Nahiri out as, well, at least let's overload the work that the Thunder Drake has to do. But yeah, I guess we just have to pass the turn. And it
I'd rather play
bad.
her on a board with tapped creatures. Which I think we're
so maybe Thunder Drake works on Kiora here, and then we bring Nahiri out next turn and try to get rid of that Drake. But I think they might just take out Kiora with a double Thunder Drake attack, but that would cost them Saheeli, so... Right? Yeah. But they could turn... Yeah. I'm okay with this.
For you all.
Of course, we need to just raw draw a mountain now, but... And Conjurant's coming at us. I'm going to reduce the Conjurant by a token, I think.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Time to ebb from
Also, the
battle.
other option is just taking 5, which we could do, but...
Yeah, not looking good for the good guys here. Ah! Oh, it hurts, Ryan.
It does.
It hurts.
Why do we play this game, Nick?
I don't know.
I'm not ready to go to game 2 yet. We have a lot of life, and this blocks Thunder Drakes if we can get it out. And if we get it, draw a land, the Wrangler gets a counter. You know, we have outs. We have outs.
They missed on their auger.
Should not give up yet. That puts us closer to giving up, but still not giving up yet. Gonna take 3 at least. Probably just have to take the full 7. And we'll see if they are bold enough to offer up that army, or if they make it bigger, it becomes a little more obvious.
It's hard to be a genius surrounded by lesser minds. My acute awareness of your imperfections is maddening.
Is it 2? Alright, well we get this, right?
Well, no, because we're not going to shrink it.
Right, but
if we're going to block one, we should block with the one that shrinks it, right?
But prevent all damage that we dealt to and dealt by.
Oh, to and by. Oh,
yeah. I say we just
the buy.
Yeah, we don't get a counter removed, but we don't lose anything life wise.
I guess I've never read Dovin before.
All right.
Well, yeah, submit 0. That's another fun.
Not next time,
Ryan,
though.
Are we not out of this game?
I said we're not out of it. We're only mostly dead.
Yeah, I think them being very cautious with their attacks is going to cost them. There were a couple times where they could have sent the army and didn't, could have sent servos and didn't.
Yeah, this is interesting. They are not sending in the Conjurant. We got a block here. There's like we're either trading for the Drake or whatever they've got to protect it. We have to block.
Trading for the Drake.
That's
All
great.
Right.
All right. Can't get the Nahiri down, but
No.
we're now submitting 2 instead of 0. That's good. If we sent at with anything here, nah, it's just not in the cards at our life total.
The Wrangler does trample, which is relevant.
Now we really need a mountain off the top so we can Nahiri that Drake.
I'd be less
that'd be great.
frustrated if you had fewer flaws.
No such luck. Not having a lot of that. So just gonna stay back. This is all about whether or not we can answer this Drake and turn the corner.
Well, the good news is when we do start swinging, their clock is going to be
Boxes are made to be thought
remarkably short.
outside of.
We're also using Dovin's ability on a creature I would not be attacking with anyway.
Yeah.
Here,
All right. That's reasonable.
maybe send in the small Wrangler and take a shot at them not blocking or whatever, but then ultimately it's doomed to Heartfire the Drake.
Yeah, I like that line.
They didn't have anything to save the Drake, the previous Drake on the block, so hopefully that holds true here as well. I don't even care about Dovin, but I'm going to attack Dovin to make them think I care about Dovin, so maybe they keep using Dovin.
Yeah, I think Oppo cares about Dovin.
Right, and I want to reinforce that, because this is just a throwaway attack anyway. So as long as we're reinforcing that.
All right. Well, you did it, Oppo. You got us to do what we were going to do anyway.
No response, please. Let it happen, Oppo. It's just a dead Drake, no worries. All right, Drake down. That was important. Now let's get an invading Manticore.
We need a mountain.
Mountain would be great, but now we're not actually under threat, and I would just well, now we are again. Okay, so yes.
Okay, a little annoying.
Mountain.
At 6, I think we need to trade. I don't love it, but
yeah, maybe
they're playing red.
One of the Wranglers. Or do we just say Wranglers are big enough and we... Nah, let's do this. Because this could actually get big enough to, like, safely block a Conjurant. But I think, yeah, we have to block here.
I mean, a land, and it's big enough to block a Conjurant. Because that's 2 counters, one from the Manticore, one from the land.
Right. Ooh, they're looking. Hey!
Oh, all right. Make it happen. Aw, sad face.
Yeah. I'm more sad that they scryed to the top.
Yeah, that's fair.
But we do have Nahiri now ready.
Fine.
Manticore holds the ground well and brings a friend.
I mean, we're gonna get dinged by the Eternal, but Nahiri can take care of that.
Yep, that's the plan there. Just need them to be out
The fault is not in our stars,
of
but in
answers.
ourselves.
Okay, so first we go Nahiri.
Manticore, yeah.
Nahiri, kill, then Forest to proliferate.
Yep.
And we try. Wow.
Boo. Boo. All right, fine.
That's vicious for us.
Yeah.
Puts us needing to find an answer on top. Which I don't love, but I do like how we stuck with it and tried to turn the corner here. They've had to have a lot of perfect responses. Come on, one time. That is not going to do it.
All right. We turned that into a game. TBM with the respect bits. Oh, I'm sorry, those are the blowout bits. They spend the same, though.
Blowout bits? I didn't feel blown out.
No, we crawled our way back into
Yeah, I
that
felt
game.
good about that one. It was a loss, but we didn't give up. And let's see, what are they doing?
Is passive? I think it's time to side into our greedy board. Because Teferi is just super good against the instant deck.
Well, we have very little time. Let's see. If we want to do that, probably cutting something like that and a Heartfire.
Yep. And
for
bring in Teferi
and Finale.
2 Gateway Plazas.
Plaza, boom,
And cut 2
boom.
land. And maybe a Forced Landing?
We want Forced Landing for sure. That's why we drafted it, because it's B+ post board.
And
maybe for Grim Initiate, or a Prophet. How does this leave us with creatures, though? 14...
14.5. Yeah, this is fine.
And we got this option.
Oh, Wolf is very good. Wolf needs to come in because they have a lot of servo blockers.
Like that?
Yeah, for a Prophet. That's fine.
Alright, let's do this.
Blackbee says, I don't know if a lot of people know to pressure in the attack phase unless they watch better players do it. That is a very big step for a newer player to overcome. Understanding when it is correct to make an attack that costs you a trade, maybe even trade down, maybe even just loses a creature outright, but still puts damage on your opponent. It's a tough...
Newer players can be afraid to attack altogether. I love telling the story of bringing Marshall back into the game around the Eventide time. And he would record videos of himself playing on Magic Online, and then I would watch him and give feedback. And there were turns where he would play a 2-drop, and then his opponent would go and do nothing. And then on turn 3, he plays a land and passes. Just passes. And I would ask why didn't you attack there? And he has no answer other than fear. I was just they had mana up. So I thought I was supposed to be cautious, because they have mana up. We got more of those. Okay, so now let's go.
Now we want to sequence this. Let's Gateway Plaza and get the Prophet down.
Then Horizons, yeah, definitely.
Horizons, yeah.
Might drop the Ogre here, actually.
Oh ho ho!
Yeah, we've already got that castable.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this and make them...
Really? I like the Scry a lot here.
Really? Well, why?
Why? Because I don't want to draw more land, ever.
Really? I'm pretty cool with land.
Fair enough. Yeah, turn Ogre's good. Play the Ogre. You're right.
We can even Horizons it and be more imposing in the air. See if they get 2 spells off here to even offer the trade. If they play 1 and then attack with mana up, we can expect that hexproof, or what is it, indestructible? Yeah, watch the attack. Oh, they didn't. Okay, so they could have bluff attacked there. I would not have blocked for a second because I want to try and get the Ogre big enough.
That tells us a lot.
Yeah. We'll throw this on. Like I like to make sure.
Yeah.
By pre-tapping. Not that we're going to cast anything here, but you know, do that there.
All right, the magic number is 12. What even happens when we get to 12?
We get angels instead of soldiers.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh, also in addition to soldiers.
Also,
because
okay.
Why not? Right at that
Sure.
point, why not? Do we even want this though? Is the question.
Yeah, because we're about to put a counter on something.
That's true. That's true. All right, we'll keep it.
It's also action.
This is such an important card for them. I almost want to put counters, spread out the love. But
yeah,
no,
that Drake can get out of blocking range, though. I think we want to.
We're going to risk it. Like, this could get removed, and then we've invested some into something that gets removed. But I think it's good to threaten their flyers here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
We're not trying to get to 12.
No, yeah,
Casting it for
6
X equals
2/2s.
6 is real good, right?
Yeah. But it might be for 7, because we're going to still do Evolution Sage
sure.
Mountain next turn.
Yep.
Also, we really want them to be tapped out. I mean, they've showed counter that doesn't counter this, but if they're showing like that 4-mana Quench or whatever, we're not going to risk it. We'll see, Hex. We'll see. Don't know about that.
So Oppo has a free attack for 2. All right, he found it. They found it.
Because we're never going to block.
Yeah, we're never going to block. We can't block this. All right, Evo first.
Yes.
Because I know I've done the other one.
I'm going to let it tap the New Horizons, because I know what we're doing this turn, and it doesn't involve that.
Get him for 6.
Yeah, are we just racing now? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
What's she gonna do? Oh. That's what they're gonna do.
All right. They were going to do that anyway.
And that's where I was thinking, like, assuming they're gonna do something about this eventually, there was an argument for putting counters on the Prophet, because they were just gonna do that eventually, right?
Sure.
But if that's the theory. There was no guarantee of that. So the hedge was, well, if they don't, we really want this bigger creature. Glad that Thunder Drake was not proliferated by that.
Right. Now I think it's time to finale. They're tapped out. We can resolve it for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 6 2/2s?
Probably worth it.
And a scry. Just because. Not enough.
And it does pump well, but
Well, you know what? We've got a ton of mana. You're right. All the reasons I like that card are true right now.
this is only first strike on their turn too.
Yep.
And it's just something, I just don't want to end up with a land.
That's fair.
Classic. That is scrying is underrated as a difficult endeavor. Deciding when to keep your medium spell versus going for something better versus risking a land, I think is
tough.
Very tough, and I can't even explain my decisions very well, other than history, gut, and a sense of, well, this is a little better. I don't know the math on it though.
Right. All right, having this many 2/2s blunts the threat of the invader. Yep, they're not attacking. And that's not as good late.
Nothing to do here, though, yet. How are we winning this game, actually?
That is a fine question. I don't know the answer to that.
And we maybe have found the weakness here of, like, red-green. Like, I feel like we're trying to turn the corner to what?
Yeah.
Why send the tokens there? You say why not, and I say why.
We'd lose 2 of them and deal 8 damage. All right. Big pass.
Well, we could offer the Rager for something, but
we'd be getting the token.
Yeah.
We've got nothing to ping, so yeah, now we're top decking and they probably have draw, so
like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so we get past with 5 and, you know, get 10 damage in or whatever. But if we can't then follow up, if there's not a 2-sequence alpha that gets a win, I don't want to send in the 2/2s. Yeah, is decking our plan? Right now, that's our plan. I don't know if that's plan A, like...
I'd still hold it.
Yeah, I guess we have no big stuff like our X spell is done.
Yep.
So really the value here is evolution saging.
Pretty much.
The thing is, I don't, decking is not likely simply because I think if Oppo is allowed to cast and see every spell in their deck, it's not going to work out well for us.
Oh, Carpamentum has a good point. Nahiri gives us good attacks.
Yeah, Nahiri would give us good attacks. Band Together's got to be helpful here, especially at instant speed.
I don't think we need to do it yet, though.
No, not without a... Yeah, no reason to do it yet.
I mean, at this point, I kind of want to wait for Teferi and see if we can turn off their counter spells, but if they're holding their no escape, then we don't get our Teferi.
Well, if we band together the Dam Breaker, first we need... I guess we can do it with these 2, so we could do that.
Yeah.
What does that get us? Does that get us attacks we like? Maybe.
Not the worst attacks at that point, but... Yeah, I could see doing that at end of Oppo's turn.
We're also at 11, and we really need to like commit to the aggression if we do that. And I don't know if we can, because we just get hit back so hard with Krenko. If they can pump it at all, we're just doomed. So I'm going to at least pass. There's no need to do it at the end of their turn. If we decide it's correct to do here, we could absolutely still do it.
And for the record, we're still not at 12 mana sources. We just got to 11.
It is interesting, though. I guess we had to do this defensively.
So
we had to do this defensively as well. Yeah, I guess there's still no reason really to deploy lands. And I'm just not comfortable. I don't quite... It's not like I've got the math figured out, but again, my gut just says getting rid of the Dam Breaker and getting super aggressive here doesn't work for us. So I'm just going to go with that feeling. Someone has time to do all the exact combat math and figure out what the 2-turn sequence looks like, you can let me know. But one of the blessings or curses or mixed bags of Arena is that the rope system just doesn't let me quite tank and break down turns the way I might have on Magic Online. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're looking at 6 of 21 left. Should be pretty threat dense, but yeah, we have triple hourglass. That's a good point.
Yep.
But also now there's just so many cards and so much unknown. I'm definitely not down with attacking into the unknown here. I have to kill that.
Yep.
To avoid death. Or maybe that.
Yeah, let's hit the Skulker now before they untap with... And that gets us a Scry now, too. They might have Lazatep plating, which would be unfortunate. And probably game if they do.
Ooh.
Oh, they don't.
And with double flyers and one that has to trade, I think we actually want that.
Yeah, we want it. I don't love that we want it, but we do. And there's Lazatep. Well...
I get that, Draconis, but the longer we wait before suiciding in, the longer the game goes, too, because I don't think we had a place where an all-out attack was correct, and there's no way that, like, some partial attack here is, like, maybe leave one back or whatever, but I just don't... I don't know. Again, you can go back through and do all the math or whatever, but I just feel like we never had the back-to-back attack that we wanted to have to justify it. I don't think. And yeah, going long is obviously not great for us. I was talking earlier about, like, actually how do we win this game, and there's ways in which we are also... We hit 20% when we failed to be the aggressor and make them turn the corner.
Yep.
The second that this deck is talking about how it's going to turn the corner, we've probably screwed up. Not screwed up, but probably lost. That obviously doesn't help, but I mean, we need Nahiri. Nahiri would take out the Skulker.
Nahiri would hit the Skulker and start giving us attacks, so I think we've got one turn to draw Nahiri.
We do have... Oh, we took out... Oh, we had... We took out Honor the God Pharaoh, right? See, this is what I mean, Nick. I was looking at...
Yeah, sure.
It doesn't... It is somewhat useful, but it doesn't show us the update. We're looking at a tool that shows us what's left in the deck, but it's not super accurate.
You know, people are getting down on this deck, but I don't think this is a bad deck, or that it has even really has a bad percentage versus the field. I think we are not seeing this deck perform at its average level here.
Yeah, been pretty floody, but Oppo's deck has been good too.
Yeah, Oppo's deck is solid.
If we sack Rager to the Heartfire, we can kill the Skulker, I believe is what Barrett is getting at.
That works too.
But I think we took out our second Heartfire as well, right? But we only have... Oh, we haven't even played the one yet. Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny that this is all that really matters here right now.
Yeah.
17 to 19 on cards. Yeah, you're not so impressive. Turn 27, but we're not quite dead yet, are we? One more draw, indeed. Oh, or we're just dead.
We're dead. All right.
Let's make him attack. We got a fistful of cards. There's no guarantee they're gonna go for it. Seems like what they're up for, but make him do it. All right.
Well, that was not a kingly game on either side. That was two decks executing their strategy, and one of them won.
Yeah, no, not particularly bomb-driven. We probably resolved the abstractly most powerful card in that game. There's no coffee in that mug, Ryan. All right. Prophet or Rager. Guess we're not going to play a non-creature next turn, so I'm going to Rager for threat of activation.
Sure.
I'm impressed anyone would be so foolish as to face me.
I think that's okay with us,
Your
right? Like,
don't seem to bother you.
Yeah, that doesn't.
don't care too much about that. Using up a card is a pretty big deal. If they proliferate it ad infinitum, then that could be a problem, but
When pursuing creativity, defy convention.
so we could New Horizons and have 2 left and threaten the activation here. This becomes
So-
a 2. We could actually make this just a 3/4
an attack. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, let's do that. Again, though, I want to at least pretend that I might do something with this. Make that go away. I will go with Dovin.
Yeah.
Got to get Dovin down and out to start successfully attacking. Wish we had a Heartfire here. That would be nice, but we don't. See ya.
Well, we got their premium removal with our 2-drop, and it's a shame we can't proliferate, but that is a trade I will take.
We get Manticore next turn,
Yep.
and that should be good. And a threat of activation attack from the Rager as well.
Well, this is teaching us a lot about Oppo here. I would attack with Raptor 1000% of the time. Oh, and they do too. Okay. We can trade here, but it pumps up the populace.
Then we have Band Together to deal with that eventually. I'm fine with pumping the populace and using our mana here.
Sure.
They may have something for this, but again, one or the other. Sure, we'll reduce Dovin.
You're not entirely incompetent.
Thanks, Dovin.
That's what I tell myself sometimes. Well, we have band together, and we have a 2-spell turn next turn.
Scrutiny.
So I think that turns off band together. Is that right?
What's that? Oh,
Dovin.
let's
Yes.
read carefully.
Prevent damage
Yeah,
dealt
it's
by.
not combat.
So
That's the key word. But we do have Kronch or Ogre to join the army for band together.
well, are we banding this turn?
Well,
if we're
we don't
banding
have
this
to.
turn, we need Kronch.
Let's do this. Let's just lay out our beasts.
Yeah. All right, Team Kronch.
Wujo 5-1s with
Wow. That is a early scoop.
seen that a lot in this set. I think people are giving up a little too early. We saw another control. We could try and get fiddly again, but I think I'd rather just try and stay aggro here.
Let's let our deck be itself.
Maybe a wolf over initiate though.
Sure.
This seems good over Heartfire number 2.
Yep.
Or possibly Honor the God Pharaoh. Actually, I like that. A little more direct here instead of the wheel spinning of this. It's not pure wheel
it's your
spinning.
anti-flood card. It gets you a mass token, which you can proliferate with the sages.
Yeah. I think it's Kronch, but I do tend to want to say Kronk when I see that, but English is weird.
It can't be Kronch, can it?
I just say that's what comes out sometimes when I see it, but I don't think that's correct. I don't think that's what they
text
intended.
right now to get an answer to that.
Anybody in R&D could at least throw the question to... I mean, you just go default and ask Dell. She knows everything. But I wouldn't want to text her out of the blue. Let's see. Doing
My read
anything
is
else?
that Sam will get back to me fastest.
Anyway, I'm going to run with this. I like you made good points about the not exactly wheel spinning, but how to do something. I like it. Kronch Wrangler would be super sweet off the top here. Not quite.
All right. Let's see if we get an answer back. Let's see.
I think we just do Evolution Sage here. Somewhat
Sage,
of a lightning
then
bolt.
Horizons onto Sage, play a land, attack for 5.
Right, that's the thing. It's like this probably gets taken out here, but if not, it's a very
Taken out
powerful.
by what? They're playing green.
Yeah, powerful sequence. Well, I bet they're playing more than we saw. What did we see in game 1? White? Didn't they Dovin us? Or was that? Yeah. Wasn't this the Dovin
Wait,
game?
is this the same deck?
Yeah.
All right, get him.
Yeah, let's do it. Go with this. They got to kill that right now, or they're probably going to scoop based on how they played the last game. We get to add another counter and attack again. Oh, man. All the stuff. Let's see. How do we do this
Is our deck being a deck?
the best way? We do this. We do this.
Oh my god, it is. Ryan, I'm so happy right now.
And we do this. Seems alright. Seems alright.
All right, Sam Stoddard says Kronch.
Kronch. And that's official, or was it... Ask him if it was contentious.
He's always said that. I've asked him to get a more official opinion on this one.
Or who to, like... Who... Creative has had such turnover since we both left that I don't know... Like, normally I would just contact Kelly Diggs, but he's not at Wizards anymore, so...
Doesn't help anymore.
Doesn't help anymore. Okay, well, that was a little bit better of a showing of what we are trying to accomplish with this deck.
See, our deck was a deck. We cronked, we crunched.
Wondering if we should take a look there. What have we learned? I'm learning I don't love this as much as I think just a wolf in the main deck. Yes, it has some Heartfire application, but I think I just want a bigger creature. We could even do the Initiate, potentially. Or Invader, sorry. But I think at least that. Alright. It's the return on investment game. We can pick up this match. We're in the gems. We're not profit, but in the gems is always nice. Let's see if we can get there. Yeah, we're gonna run with this. Especially on the draw. And Oppo mold as well, so that's good. For us, anyway.
Oh,
interesting.
No. Oh, no.
Nah, we're fine. We're gonna band together it before it gets out of hand. And we just need to.
Isn't a good card.
We just need to keep it from getting to lifelink stage. Okay, that helps too. So this is an instant, and it would allow us to throw 2 damage around at instant speed. But since they didn't go with the army, I like actually just advancing our board here and setting up for band-togethers later. That's a lot of mana up. They could have a lot of things. There's that uncommon instant removal that also rampant growths them. But I still think we want to keep building this up.
Develop our board.
There's always the worry, like, at this point they could do something that amasses 3, and then suddenly the lifelink is turned on.
Oh, that needs to die immediately.
Well, I don't know if killing that is more important than just taking out the... I guess the token just gets bigger after that, so...
Well, we
also
got
can't
reach.
get... Yeah, we got reach.
We've got reach. Because red creatures with reach is... I never expected. So what do we want at Horizons here?
I don't know. But we definitely start there.
Yep. No, thank you.
And I think a counter on the Prophet lets it both attack right now and makes it a better creature after it settles down again.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
So I'm going to kind of spreads out the impact cards.
And then we've got band together.
Right.
If
they get frisky, we get to blow them out.
Yep. Alright, that tells me that they do not have instant speed removal, or they almost certainly would have used it.
Yeah, because they had the response to our response in the case of a double block.
Oh, Oppo, you're not used to red creatures with reach either.
Been there, buddy.
Sorry, man.
Try doing it on stream.
We've all been there.
The embarrassment
no, not
scoop.
the shame concede.
The shame scoop, dude.
Not like this.
Don't do it like that, folks.
All right.
It sucks to make a
Let's
mistake
talk.
like that, but you gotta just take a deep breath
Yeah.
and play through. Play through.
Appa was not out of that game.
Not by a long shot. I was still figuring,
All right.
okay, what do we gotta kill here? Oh, is that token gonna get life linked? Do we need to, and then they're just like, shame concede. Don't do that. No shame
All right.
concede.
I think it is greedy sideboard time. Bring in the Teferi and the Hour.
You want to do that? All right.
Yeah. Yeah, because bounce is just very, very good against a mass.
Yeah, let's see. We cut honor and what else do we cut?
Probably
Profit?
one Heartfire? I don't know.
Oh yeah, it was a Heartfire.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to cut land.
Yep.
And it's like that.
Sure.
I want to make sure we don't want to play this over. Sure seems important. We've been so oh, we got to kill that, right? So
Yeah.
I'm hesitant to take out anything that serves that purpose.
Yeah, maybe bring the Heartfire in over... Over what?
Well, we might be able to give up. Well, I don't think I want to give up a creature. So
Give up a creature.
that doesn't leave us with much.
It
I guess
really
we
doesn't. Yeah.
we just leave it out. Oppo attacked a flyer into our reach creature, forgetting that it had reach. I've done it too, red reach creatures. Not only is it a red reach creature, it's a 4/3 that has the same so it has the same look to me as the Kronch, the big dude. So sometimes I mistake which creature it is too. We'll keep this though. Don't really start till 3, but
All right, Sam has confirmed that it is Kronch.
Kronch confirmed.
Yeah, I'm weirdly unconcerned about successfully casting our...
I think I'll just do this now. Whatever.
Yeah.
That thing helps them a lot. Their shields are down, and I want it gone. We do have a turret ogre, but still. I think they learned their lesson.
Yeah, I don't think they'd attack into that twice.
Not going to plaza here. We'll drop the sage.
Sure.
Might end up doing Nahiri next turn on this battalion. We'll see what else they add. See if Nahiri is defendable. No, I think we'll go with the turret ogre now instead.
Nahiri, take it out for 2.
Yeah, I guess Nahiri goes to
They're
4
only threatening
and then
1
goes
in the
to
air,
3.
and then we can follow it up with the ogre.
That's true. All right, I'm in.
Plus, we get an attack.
We get an attack, and it starts to get Nahiri doing the evolution sage. Next turn, that is.
Yep.
I didn't start this fight, but I will finish it. You brought this upon yourself.
I think there's a 1 black regret card there.
1? No, I think there's a... Oh, there's Bitter Blossom again.
We need a Bitter Blossom pun for this card. Get to work, chat. It's not a Bitter
It's
Blossom.
not strictly Bitter
This
Blossom.
is an injustice!
I mean, it makes zombies. They're like... what's the name of that plant that stinks? That blooms, huge bloom, and it smells like corpses? It's got to be
the
a
Corpse Flower, yeah.
corpse flower, so it's a corpse blossom or something like that. Well, that's pretty tough, but we do have
That's obnoxious.
ogre. And certainly not worth attempting that,
Nope.
but we do get an attack.
Yep. Get him.
Biter Blossom. That's good. Biter Blossom.
Oh, Biter Blossom.
Biter Blossom might be the winner. Good work, chat.
You did it, chat.
I love it. That's good. Ding, ding, ding. Sometimes you just know that the correct answer has been found. It's a rhodesia. That's the name of that flower. Oppo? This is what made you scoop last time. Are we, What are you doing? Well, we're gonna find out. Either trading for a trick, or we get to eat it. Probably a trick, but... that's a rough one, too. It's like the worst, because it survives, but...
Yeah.
Alright.
Huh.
What's one more grudge to hold?
We could Plaza and Wolf, but let's just get the Manticore down.
Yeah.
And then
Attack
Plaza
roll,
will...
attack is still good.
We'll make the Amass token bigger next turn. Stranger
like
Colin
that.
says, is there a consensus on which really is better? 1/1 flyers seem better to me. Oh, yes. This is actually no Bitter Blossom, but it is kind of the reference point, so...
So here's the question. Do we want to sack the Plaza to attack with the 5/5? That puts us off later splashing, but we're at least one other card from splashing either of our splashes.
That's true, but I don't want to be 2 away. And I think we have the long game okay.
Those creatures can be problematic, and Biter Blossom is nasty. I like sacking the Plaza for the...
Alright.
Well,
No, it's definitely Manticore. What Nick is saying is...
so if we play and sack the Plaza, we get an attack this turn.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying.
And it's a 5-power attack.
And I think, yeah, we're probably not much about... I mean, we're going to totally draw one of our splash cards right now, but
Yeah.
like you said, it wasn't useful anyway, and we're trying to... we're trying to get this one... quick. Like, we're... Yeah, I like this. I like it. A little bit fancy play, but I do think we are... This is where we're at. And this says, literally, they need to put the War Screecher in front if they're going to have any tradable block, and we would love that. So
They're doing it.
And, yeah.
We accept your terms.
We accept your terms.
Yeah, you can call that fancy play. I call it reading the card all the way to the end.
I said there's an element of it to it.
Because now, our Manticores are good on the offense.
Heck, our Evolution Sage is. Like, I'm just going to swing away here.
Yeah, I guess we're out of creatures with counters. Send.
And if they need to reset their Biter Blossom, that's all good for us.
Me. They look like they're all in on the lifelink plan. Hey, all right, we need to ask the Wrath question. Don't walk into the Wrath. Is there a Wrath that destroys us here?
Massacre Girl doesn't do it. And
nope.
The other one is blue, and if they do the white one, it's not good, right?
We are so far out in front, I would just hold on to the wolf.
Well, here, but I want to win next turn.
All right, play the wolf.
And if they play a creature, they get 2 block.
Yeah, the Black Finale doesn't do it. The Black Finale gets... Well, it would get 1 extra creature.
If they found creature and removal, it would be okay. Single combat.
Isn't that in red?
I'm gonna do it.
All right.
I'm gonna make him have it. Make him have something. I feel like I want to get him before this thing gets to 6.
Yep.
And there we go.
All right, get it.
All right, we have gems, folks. We have gems.
With an adult deck.
That sometimes slips into some nonsense. All right, let's update that record. Jump right back in. All right. For the break-evens. For the slight profit, since we did some rare drafting, got some rares. Winning this match would long-term put us above 0. Red-white creatures attack themselves, basically. Excuse me.
Oh, that would miss on.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about.
Fives. Yeah.
I think we're just naming sweepers now and seeing if they were relevant.
Love it.
Yeah. Need one of our Kronches, but if we get there, should be good.
Yeah, we're
Kronch into
one Kronch
Sage.
for Glory. That is a fine card as well. So I like Profit. Well, okay, so I like Profit here because if they play something that we can take out with a single band together that gets us a Scry, which digs us to our Kronches, I don't know if that's right though.
I'm going to do Wrangler into Sage. I don't know if that's right either, but I hear you. I'm going to go for the highest upside. In the case of getting some draws we like, we could just go with the Wolf here. We're not getting any counters
Sage
yet.
isn't doing anything yet, and we don't want the Sage removed. If they want to spend a Sorin's Thirst on one of our 3/2s, I'd rather it be a Wolf.
Exactly.
Or a No Escape for that matter, sure.
Yeah, it's fine.
Good call.
Yes, we have used a pre-release code on the free-to-play here. Well, they are not putting any protection out, so we get a free turn, but this is an intimidating card to see resolved against you. It makes me think... It's the kind of card people lose to and don't realize that that's why they lost. Because that goes away, and then they start playing awesome spells, and you're like, oh, I lost to those awesome spells. It's like, yeah, you lost to Tamiyo's Epiphany, actually. Anyway, here we don't have a 2-spell turn. So what do we want to play? We still have nothing that gets proliferated well, but it's still our biggest
think we
power.
Want to put 3 power on the board.
Yeah.
And if they play one mid-sized creature, we get to remove it and swing for 5. Oh, okay.
They did play a mid-sized creature, Nick, but
They did.
somehow removing it is... Well, we still can, actually.
Well, we still do. I still think we do. Because now we want to start scrying.
Wait.
Yeah, it works.
Okay. Just the UI was confusing me. I just didn't want to screw up and
No thanks.
attack myself or whatever. Welp.
Well,
I'm gonna go here right now. Have Heartfire ready.
yep.
And see where it goes.
I mean, if they think they're racing, we They might not be. And we do have our own card advantage engine online. That card is fine-ish. Nothing super exciting.
There are so many mysteries to uncover. Meditate.
See what they find.
Prepare.
Miss, miss, miss. Eh,
It didn't.
didn't miss, but not amazing at least.
Nope.
Now we get to Heartfire here.
Do we want to, though?
Do we want to?
I mean, we can Heartfire Narset and cost them a card.
I think that's worth it.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, the only other thing we're doing is like waiting to combine it with something else to get rid of the Dam Breaker.
Yeah,
And I think we just need big creatures.
I think we
to
just
do
need to
that.
draw a Kronch. And we get a scry. That's not
Yeah, a
nothing.
couple of good scries here have really
I have reached my limit.
been nice.
Oh, Arigado's right. They do have Proliferate in hand, so we are costing them 2 cards, not 1.
Yeah.
Aren't we smart in retrospect?
All right, well,
Okay.
we might be able to race here. Well, starting with that.
Oh! Will we, though? It's our only removal.
Oh, well, yeah.
Do we want to wait a turn?
It's our only removal? What do you mean?
That's faithless looting. We'd be discarding band together. to
Oh,
draw
right.
2.
Yeah. I guess we wait. I was thinking it was true looting, not rummaging. Yeah,
think
let's wait a turn and attack. I could chump here, but we'll have time for that. Yeah, this is the other one I was already used, though. Ooh, it's like, well, they don't have anything to proliferate right now. Yeah. We can't punch planeswalkers either.
Right.
This is a pretty good spot for them. Don't know how we're gonna do.
Surrender your
Oh,
this. I lost my appetite.
I think we have to now.
We have to. And we didn't get a land.
Well, we've pitched a bunch to the bottom of our library, so
Well, yeah.
in some ways we're asking for it.
You were
Cool off.
sweet.
All right. Not looking great.
No, it's looking very bad, actually.
Well, let's see. We can New Horizons. No, actually, we're fine here. We
New
are
Horizons.
just fine. New Horizons on the wrong.
And then Turret Ogre.
Buffs the Kronch. And then next turn.
Well,
That's still not that bad.
still get the band together and kill the Dam Breaker, which is,
Yeah.
although no, we do need to find something to get an extra point of power because we're
Oh,
going to lose the
We're gonna
Wrangler.
lose that. Yikes.
I leave you.
My vengeance.
This has been a night.
I wish they just made this rare. I think this is an annoying way to lose. I didn't like winning with it. I don't like losing to it.
Double yikes.
I don't like it when they make milling too good in limited. But it's at least an interesting mill.
Yeah.
You got to protect it, you know. Guess we don't even have anything in the deck left that cares about the sages are both gone. So just in case we draw something that needs all that mana, I guess we could still cast it. I think we're just doomed. I'd love to pressure Ashiok, but we can't. Oppo's just going to sit behind Ashiok. Almost don't want to show them the rest of our deck. Like, how do we win from here? We go to 6 cards, or we go to 6 cards. We draw, go to 5. We find a creature that combines with Turret Ogre to kill the Dam Breaker, and then we try to attack Ashiok. It doesn't work. Ashiok goes minus again. We go to 1. Like, we just can't win from here.
We don't have.
So I'm going to scoop.
Let's see. Yeah, I think we bring in the greedy board.
I don't think so, actually. No? Like, I think we just need to be our aggressive selves and have Ashiok not work because we're attacking for 4 on turn 4 and stuff.
All right, love it. Run it back.
Yeah, might want flyers though. Do they have? We didn't see any, but they're playing blue. We can presume they're in there somewhere.
They didn't have a ton of pressure, and 2 Turret Ogres is a reasonable flying defense.
Okay.
Our deck is aggro, but it's very combo-y. We don't get our value unless we get a couple of our cards in the right order, like this hand, for instance.
1 land, 1 time. Come on.
We've got 2 turns to draw 1 land. And if we do, we are off to the Kronches.
Yay!
Oh, we're Kronching!
Don't you kill that. Don't you even bounce it or kill it or anything.
Don't do it. All right, let's get Kronching.
Don't you bounce it. It's sorcery, right? They can't bounce it.
No, that's the pause of a man who knows he's about to get crunched.
And wrangled.
And wrangled. Whatever, it's a 2-2 frog. Scoop!
See, our deck being our... There you go.
Wrangled.
Alright, let's run it right back. I like plan A. Beat face. Yeah, since he is, were you here when I was saying I wasn't sure I liked how good Ashiok was? Which is to say, not broken, but just good enough to be super annoying for the format? No, I think they just saw their hand and had no answers to
I think they had
incoming...
1 color of mana and didn't like giving Smash from 6.
Yeah, blue has leapt out at me. Like, black has the fundamental color of just removal, and then blue or green to support it has been very good. This is not very aggro, is it? But we have everything we need for...
Except creatures to attack them with.
I think I'm going to keep this. Is that crazy?
Not.
You're not? Like, I hate mulliganing.
What are we doing?
We're going to draw stuff. We only need to draw... We can draw any of our creatures. Like, at least this... keeping this would fit with my heuristic of only be asking for 1 thing from your deck. You know, and it's a pretty wide range because we can get any creature. Like, we just need any of our creatures, and we'll be happy.
Has mulliganed to 6, so it's not free on the draw, but it's less expensive.
I'm going to keep.
Okay.
I'm going to keep.
All right.
Because I hate mulliganing, and we have all of our land. We have...
If it was the London mulligan, would you mulligan?
Good question. Yeah, I probably would. I think the London mulligan is that much better.
Mulligan, because it's not that much better.
It's better enough. I'm saying it right now.
Okay.
I probably do it just because I want to try the London mulligan, actually.
Well, sure.
But that maybe you may have a good point that like maybe we're going to be duped into mulliganing more than we should because the mulligan has improved.
If you wish to surrender now, I understand.
We also have serious ramp
before action.
if we find any action.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a card.
Yeah, we'll profit now. Your turn late profit, but we'll still do that.
I have just the trick for this.
Maybe we can get above. Oh, they're down on lands as well. So.
Probably just New Horizons swing.
Yeah, I think so. And then we have.
And then we have Heartfire up.
Heartfire up. And we got a lot of mountains, so let's do that.
Good job, Burning Prophet. I really like that card.
And we'll see if they want to use their plating to save Narset. Probably not. And, gosh, do we even... we're not drawing a lot. Maybe we just ignore Narset, but they might be proliferating. We saw proliferate, right?
We saw a fair amount of proliferate.
All right, so yeah, we can't do that.
I would love to pressure their life total, but... I mean, even if they just play the 2-mana proliferate, they're drawing an extra card off of it.
Short West observes that they made the auto tapper not tap the land you're targeting, and that I took on faith from an earlier viewer who said that they had programmed it that way so that you don't need to worry about auto tap and horizons. So that's good. I think you probably need to just select the right kind of land, and then they'll put it on an untapped one.
Yep.
Interesting.
Well, they know that we know they have it, and if they have proliferate...
Oh, hexproof. Never mind. I get confused. I was thinking indestructible, and I was wondering why they didn't save their planeswalker, but that was not what that card does. Still reading, sometimes.
Huh.
Rager.
So, I
play
think
land.
we go Kiora here. If they're running... Well, okay, which of our planeswalkers do we want to resolve the most?
Well, we can do both. Oh,
Yeah,
you think they're
but
worried about that other one?
I'm
Yeah.
worried about
What are we
No
baiting?
Escape.
We want Nahiri to resolve, and I think we want to start with Kiora anyway, and if they do have the counter,
Yep, then we just
play Kronch.
And if they don't have it, it's super bad for them. I like
Band
removal.
together. We don't have a lot of removal, but we do have Nahiri and Heartfire, and we're lacking in somewhat in attackers. We have Kronch now.
Yeah.
But it needs more bodies to be able to... I'm going to keep the removal. I think...
Yeah. It's business.
We could end up not being able to attack with the Kronch because they get rid of the profit.
All right. So that's why we did it this way.
Although we would have drawn... Maybe we wanted Kiora because we draw cards off of our stuff, but...
Oh, maybe.
I think having Nahiri will be good, though.
Yep.
Yeah, I was thinking about... I actually did think about that, but then I fell into my habit of, like, save your New Horizons land. I don't think it impacted what we could cast there, but it wasn't good form, so to speak. Now we're gonna go Nahiri to 1.
Yep.
The earth trembles in anticipation of my vengeance. Time for retribution.
And here we are with the problem of keeping the removal, although
Yep.
we got milled, so it doesn't even
We
matter.
got milled.
I can't even remember what that card does, except that I love that it's top-down sex. Like, Sergeant Swagger asked, how high do you prioritize plane-wide celebration? And I can't even remember everything it does. But it's probably pretty good, because it does a bunch of reasonable stuff, right?
What is it? You do 4 things?
You did 4 things, and one of them is top-down intercourse, which I think is pretty hilarious.
Alright, I need to look up this card now. Safe search off. Plane wide.
Oh, here you go. You're looking at my monitor, right? Here.
Oh yeah, make a bunch of citizens.
Well, no. It's proliferate. It's the it's the top-down use of proliferate that I love there.
That's funny.
Oh wait, did we have it on top, or did we just draw the other one?
We just drew the other one.
No, or it just wasn't showing it to us. Oh no, okay, yeah. Sorry. Here we just drew the other one.
Ryan, it's not looking good.
That's fine.
Okay.
Might hold this in case of proliferate.
Sure.
I mean, if we really felt that we can't beat a 5/6, we can even get it with what we have here. We can Heartfire away Nahiri and band together to 2-for-1 ourselves. Really 3-for-1, but we've gotten our use out of Nahiri. But I don't think we need to yet. I'm going to give it one more turn, and I guess if they're attacking Nahiri, we can block and Heartfire Nahiri to get rid of it. I think we should.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, you might not like the play, but I thought it wasn't a punt.
No, it's not a punt.
That's, again, super bad news. Like, it's just hard to beat a resolved epiphany at this point in the game.
Yeah.
But throw this down. I thought the Planeswalker gave first strike on our turn.
Yeah, only on our turn.
Yeah, can't do anything about that. Which I love. I think that's a great way to handle the first strike mechanic. Make it an attacking mechanic. Because it's brutally good on defense when it's not really the intent of the mechanic. I mean, it can be. Sometimes defensive first strike is absolutely the intent of the card, but I like that they have figured out how to make it an attack-based mechanic when wanted. And
Ogre Punch.
Ogre Punch. Do it while they're relatively tapped down.
Yeah.
Traded for removal instead. And we can still block here. I'm gonna not play this though.
Yeah.
This
We're
is where
down
I'm feeling
cards,
like
but we're within top deck range.
yeah, although we're at this, we're not in the game we should expect to win here. This is exactly where the blue-black player wants to have us.
Yeah.
Don't know why. Let's see. Yeah, they could have just bounced our creature and saved saved theirs. That was just a oppo punt. All right, well, if we can find some good pressure,
Yep.
all is not lost.
You're not out of this.
Can be the start of it. They paused there, suggesting something.
See that pause.
That's not an instant, so it probably wasn't that. We're not going to block here. We need to try and do this. Get it bigger. I'm feeling like we're going to get countered here, but again, what are you going to do? You got to try. Okay, it was not a counter. It was that. But we're stable. We're ahead. Still don't like our chances in the game per se, but
we are a tiny bit ahead.
And I am going to attack. We don't have time to not. And we're also going to take the attack back.
Not going to attack back. He's going to kill us.
My efforts.
I've lost my appetite.
That's another reason to keep the land.
Job.
Mail's here. I think. Well, let's see what they do. Take either one.
Yeah, they're gonna chump, so that they get one more Ashiok activation.
You're not scared
But
enough.
the Rager is brutal here.
Yeah, and we're just gonna load up on land now for that.
What's our library count?
5.
Well,
You're fine. You will be haunted by this tool.
Rough. Although we still get to take out Ashiok with it. Rocket, that's enough, buddy. Little cha-cha there for the Ashiok attack.
I'll return.
All right.
You slumber.
4 cards to glory.
that's relevant. That's still relevant. Get the proliferate.
Oh, I screwed up. Sorry, boys.
Oh no! All right, if we lose
For
by
1
one,
point. Yeah, it's all my fault. I got excited.
Get him.
Now I might as well disguise. But yeah, this should be a 2-2, and that could be a big game. All right! Woo! Wow!
We got there.
We survived a blue-black deck turning the corner.
Very disadvantaged that game.
Faded one little punt there, and got to profit.
I need to take a quick bio break. I will be back.
Yeah, let's both do that. We'll take a little break here as we bask in the glory of the win. Maybe I'll even find a celebratory song to play or something.
All right.
Let's go to... I'll also go see what this dog is up to. Sure. Here's some stiff little fingers. You got 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Be right back. I hit pause. I swear I hit pause. Never works. Hey, everybody. All right, we pulled into Profit Land with my first ever green red deck in this format. And that was touch and go. I would not have, there were many times I would have given us the disadvantage in that one, but we found our way. I'm going to get back in. I'm sure Nick will be here soon. Now let's update record. All right. Don't love that we don't have a creature for 2 or 3, but I'm not throwing this back. This is... I don't know, who's that? Somebody with more lore knowledge than me can enlighten us. Hey, right on time. 2-drop. Good job. We can honor the god Pharaoh, or we could just band together the Strix, but I don't like banding together the Strix because we're going to have Turret Ogre to both stop it and to get our Wrangler bigger. We could, though, like, it's got Trample. We could attack, and if they block, band it together, and if not, honor the god Pharaoh? Yeah, Valhalla's pressing my buttons. Why does this look like a stick to you? Why does Vanifar look like a stick? I don't see a stick, I see a human. Or humanoid. I'm not gonna risk it, I'm just gonna go God Pharaoh. I don't wanna even give him the chance. I don't wanna have... Basically, if we give him the chance, then I have to band together, and I just didn't want to band together there.
Hone your prowess.
Ashiok, you say? Alright, well. Turret Ogre. And we let him... I'm going to attack all, because they either have to give up the Strix or give up Narset this way.
My mind needs a rest.
Next turn we get Band Together and Rager. Known Kadath, you're forgiven, by the way, but Valhalla's is... I went on a rant before that it bugs me that the Magic community has latched onto on a stick due to things like Isochron Scepter and Disrupting Scepter as putting things literally on a stick and then transferring that to humanoids and still sticking with on a stick.
We're studying contrasts. I'm excellent, and you're, well, not.
I see. Land is not what we want right now. They're trying to set up a way through for Ashiok. Hopefully, though, they do not get that because Rager and Wrangler combine to threaten Ashiok pretty well if that's their only play here. If they go land, Ashiok, and some kind of blocker...
My acute awareness of your imperfections is maddening.
Well, we don't like that dude at all. Oh, wait. Whoa. Almost did it. Almost made the mistake. This does not work with fight. We figured that out last time. And I almost screwed that up, but we saved. And now, actually, I can attack with the Rager. They can't really block. Let's see, we go... yeah, we can pump once and then band together anyway. So let's do that. They're never blocking the Rager in a million years. Or we'd be happy if they wanted to. That'd be great.
All right, how are we doing?
Oh wow, they're going for it. I don't even care. Like, we could save it. Do we want to save it? I guess maybe we need to save it.
They've got 2 planeswalkers in hand?
Yeah, because they're doing this. Yeah, all right, let's save it.
All right.
I really didn't think they would block. This won't do anything, but whatever. We'll do that. My alternative suggestion for on a stick as a reference to a humanoid or a creature with a repeatable spell ability is just to say a walking whatever. So she's a walking. If they don't walk, come up with something else. Or it really doesn't matter at all, and I should let it go. That's always possible. That's good D. Good D. We do have another Wrangler.
So given that they're showing Ashiok in hand, I kind of like the attack versus Dovin, even if they do double up on the Wrangler.
Because we have another Wrangler come through.
Follow with.
Yeah, all right,
and
I'm with you.
they'll have to spend their turn playing their second Planeswalker if they want to let us clear the way.
Really want something more substantial here. 4 power off the top would be great to turn this into a 3/1 trample.
Okay.
Don't have much for that, really. It's real tough. I guess we have a big Rager, actually. I mean... Dovin aside, like, eventually we do.
Perhaps a pair of stilts?
Okay, well, there's the 4 I was hoping for, but unfortunately the Dam Breaker kind of rendered that a little bit moot. We used both. Only one band together, so hopefully a band together would get it done now.
Yep.
We don't have any more card draw, right? We used the card draw early.
We've got the bear.
double. Just trying to figure out how to play the land. We do have 2 sages though,
yeah,
so we
I'd
should
save it for the sages.
If they go Ashiok here,
Interesting.
Maybe be thought outside of.
on a body doesn't float, like, it doesn't paint a good picture though. Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I probably have already thought too much about it in my life as it is. Player?
Well,
gives us first strike, but that doesn't help
that
here.
doesn't help.
We still have a blocker, so they need to go like creature, or this plus spell to turn on Thunderdrake to even allow it to trade with the ogre. So I'm going to go ahead and play it.
Okay.
Every pebble is a soldier in my army.
The Ashiok meta, yeah. May have been a little too good. You could have just made it rare. But I say that as though... Oh god, waiting for the dialogue. I say that like spreading out the planeswalkers among uncommon, rare, and mythic was some kind of easy puzzle. It was kind of like the hardest Sudoku of R&D's career, probably. So you just had to put stuff where it was going to be.
This! I lost my appetite.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's probably game.
Oh no.
Nightmares are the palate.
They do.
You remember, your nightmares remain.
A few things can withstand my careful scrutiny.
You're a little late to the party, but I guess we're not 100% absolutely dead yet. May need to start throwing away creatures to get at some of the Ashiok action, though. To that end, maybe we need to attack. Now let's buff the Wrangler. Well, Nick, we can't. I mean, we're going down to 6 cards next turn. Like, we can't. We gotta. If we don't threaten an Ashiok, we're just absolutely dead. So I'm totally doing it.
But we're attacking with 2 creatures, and they have 2 blockers.
But one of them dies, and it sets up a cleaner attack next turn. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to do. You want? Do we just sit here waiting to die? That does not seem like a good plan.
I expect you to scoop on. This way they get to see 8 more of our cards. I don't know.
I mean, we can still scoop. Like,
sure.
I don't have to show them anything if we want to scoop off, you know. Like, we go down to six
make 'em
cards.
play it out.
If we get band together, like, that's my question. Do we have our band together or not?
To digest.
There's one. But the other band together is live.
All right.
Behold,
Tides always rise
I
again.
lost my...
So this is nothing. We find band together and take out the Dam Breaker and kill both Ashioks and win from there. No problem. Ready?
All right. I like your plan.
One time band together. Well,
Good
at least we get
enough.
to
Ish.
Like,
Good. No, not good enough.
this gets through. Where we're at? We're at 5.
We're
We would need to win
5.
on the next turn is the problem. Well, let's get both Ashioks. Yeah. So we're gonna go start with an attack all, and we go like at the 4 and at the 4, and then at this one.
Sure.
We can even sack. We can sack the Rager too. You're right, though. The Nahiri is what really doesn't really matter. We could, and also with the we can do it after first strike damage, and then we don't lose anything, right?
True.
But that's if we. But then Ashiok gets to live. Oh no! Trample. Okay, here's what we do. We gotta make him block right, and that means sending like the Trampler at the. I don't think we can attack Dovin. I think if we do this, they block the Wrangler, and then we actually have reasonable plays. I'm going to go into full control, though.
All right.
Yeah, it's going to work. Oh, no, but the first strike has to do... Yeah, unfortunately, we still need to... take out the other Ashiok, right? So this one's going to get this, and then we need to Ashiok that one. Yeah. In my head, we were getting 8 damage total. Like, the first strike damage, and then it was going to trample through for another, but we don't have double strike. We only have first strike. So yeah, we got to get rid of Ashiok.
I aspired for more. This has been a nightmare.
Maybe. Like, again, I'm if I missed a proper attack on Dovin there, I apologize, but a lot to think about with rope running down.
Yep. All right, how many cards?
We're at 5.
5. It's fine.
Take down Nahiri to kill what?
It's got an attack to
We
do that.
could kill our own Rager to deal one point. Oh, I see what you're thinking, yeah.
My acute awareness of your imperfections is maddening.
Oh, we're on full control. That's why it's being so awkward. All right. If they do nothing but blanks, we might be able to get him in time. They trade off the Rager, and then it clears the way for the rest of our attacks. But obviously, up against it. Oh, and they don't even trade Rager to have first strike, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still waiting for Band Together. That's right, I forgot.
Come on, Band Together. 1 and 4.
Band Together would be great.
Really?
Interesting.
Do we
Chump?
care?
Well, we could chump and kill it. Chump -6.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. Let's do it.
And if we get... I should have kept a land. I played the land, but because we have this Rager, but if we get an evolution... I don't know what our Sage situation is. I guess we have Band Together, Grizzly, and New Horizons waiting.
And a forest. Oh, there's Band Together. All right.
So now we go...
Take out the Dam Breaker.
I'll squash you like a
Punch
roach.
the Visionary. Swing for $1 million?
That's a pretty good card to rip. Gotta say, there's our forest. So now we have New Horizons and Grizzly. Hexproof Menace is not Death Touch, at least.
It is not. Well, pump it up and ping the dome. That puts them at 4. And they need to draw an answer.
That seems like enough. Doesn't have trample or anything, right? All right.
No. How did we turn this around to make them have it?
Because I ignored you and attacked Ashiok.
Oh, good point. Yeah, you should do that more often.
One time, dealer.
All right,
Blank.
you are officially paid back for that time you wanted to scoop against the dinosaurs.
No, is this...
Manipulation of the mind
Oh,
is always an answer.
Come on, that was pretty good though. They got us there at the end, but
All right.
I'm proud of how we hung tough with that one. Man.
back to Frowntown.
Man.
All right.
Sometimes
Good
you lose the
line,
great
though,
games.
Ryan. You have every reason to be proud of that line.
I'm not into bringing in extra cards,
No.
but we could go... Yeah, I guess just like the Ashiok last time, I just kind of want to stay aggro against it, especially on the play. We could even bring in something like an invader. But I think we'll run it back like this. Do we see any flying defense for force landing? Not really.
I don't think so. He had one Drake, right?
One Drake? Might be worth it for the Drake, but... no, not really. I'm not going to play 16 here. We have a 6-drop. We have 6 drops we're trying to get to, and... I just don't like risking the screw. Statue. No, I'm not going to bring the statue in either. We're going to just stick to our plan A. Yeah, Strix was there. All right, no 2, but we're going to keep this.
Yeah, this is fine.
I think Wolf is actually going to be pretty good against them.
Yeah.
They seem to be defending their planeswalkers with a lot of 2 power early. Obviously, it gets to the 5/6 later, but... Oh, Wrangler. Touch on the late side. But unblockable Wolf on this board. So if they try to drop a blocker, it's not protected.
Subaru asks if the statue is any good. I don't think it is. It prevents opponents from 2-spelling late in the game, and it's a tiny clock, but it doesn't affect the board in the slightest, and that's not what I like to see out of my 6 drops. Rono asks if boarding in Grim initiated an on-crop on the play to go more aggro. Is that valid, or to medium against their deck? I think that's a fine line, but...
I mean, we considered it.
I think you'd be taking out better cards for faster cards, and
Yeah,
I don't love that trade.
That was the real problem. Yeah, nothing here. We'll save Heartfire. You can go after any target, so if they try to play a Planeswalker now, we can sack the Wolf and take the Planeswalker out.
Yep.
They do an Ashiok here. Not liking how this is starting, though. I was hoping to be applying more pressure than we are right now. That's not bad, though. Let's see. Yeah, we got... except we can't really do it this turn if we want that anyway. But I know what you mean.
Yep.
We're going to go like this. And...
I would counter the Wolf.
Yeah, why not? Right?
I mean, it's a little greedy. And then I would actually hold off on the land this turn.
Just save up Heartfire, do a Sage.
They're not going anywhere. They're not swinging. We've got time, and we did just play a land. Like, it's not like we didn't move our land count forward this turn. I want to get every counter out of this deck that we can.
All right. I'm going to be greedy on Nick's recommendation.
I mean, were we attacking this turn anyway?
No, but, you know, building your mana is always reasonable.
Sure.
Or is a reasonable starting point. It's not often you intentionally skip a land drop, is all.
You are absolutely right.
We're trying this. It might get countered here, but we also can't sit around trying to play around a counter. I guess we take out the army token.
Maybe.
I think it's better than one of these
Reavers.
Reavers.
Attack this turn. If it didn't give us an attack, I would actually just suggest we wait for a better target, but it gives us an attack.
Yeah, look, it's pressure.
And now our attacks are over.
Not bad.
Sure.
Gives us something on the Wrangler. Still don't like where we're headed long term, but they're also stuck on land, but they're kind of at a perfect place, really. They get, they got a fistful of spells and enough mana to, like, cast their stuff. Maybe not their best stuff. We'll see if they find a land here. No. I'll trade you the land for spells. 4/3 requires at least 2 things to kill it, but it could get away with a token.
But it's a 1-for-1. They can go token Overseer.
We can just go token Reaver even.
Sure.
Be better. Yeah, so we'll wait. Yeah, other Sage is still in the deck. These are only 2 missing cards.
Yep.
Pretty full deck. Oh, Drakey Drake.
Flooding a little here.
Keep an open mind.
Wolf doesn't get through because of this. Is that enough to do useful things? Now it requires... Well, no, they could still... Yeah, it's still... they could still get the wolf with a triple block.
But then we get 2 creatures out of the deal. I like swinging with wolf here at Narset. Wrangler doesn't trade profitably yet.
But... I mean, are we happy? They're both trading for Reaver and token, right?
Right.
So, what difference does it make to attacking one and not the other? They both have the same offers, right?
No, if they block Wrangler with Overseer and token, we only get token.
Sure. Okay. All right. Also, they've already used a card on this anyway, so... Throw that to the back and take the 2.
You did good, Wolf. Good job. Oh, brutal.
Oppo's got it all. But like I say, you know, they were actually in a perfect spot. Kind of, quote, stuck on 4 was actually just kind of the right place. And we're just... Our stuff is too weak sauce to make any dent here. I think we're pretty done with this one. Let's see. 1, 2... I guess they just get the death touch.
Yep.
So not really worth it. Not seeing a lot of ways to win from here. Maybe Kiora and then a steady stream of 4-power creatures to just advantage them out, but... Hey, that's my buddy Dan Dixon. Thank you, Dan. Dan, I think, has been trying to figure out how to give me his Twitch Prime subscription since November. And it looks like he figured it out. Thank you, Dan.
Put thoughtfulness before action.
Dan, by the way, I worked with him in the mid-aughts at Surreal Software when I was working on This Is Vegas, and then worked with him a little bit after, but he went on to develop his own project into a great software title available on Steam called Universe Sandbox. It's a gravity simulator, and you can smash planets into each other. You can smash galaxies into each other, actually. Find out what happens if you add another moon to the Earth's orbit, that kind of thing. I warranted 5 minutes from Dan. That's nice. Okay. And that's been really cool to watch a good friend have some great success in the game industry. Let's see. We're gonna die? I guess we're just dying.
I mean, trade the Rager for the token and the Vizier, I guess. Oh, it's got Menace too. Wow. Yeah, we just die.
Well, you know, it's almost noon too, so it's not a bad time to lose an event. I'm gonna scoop this one up, and we'll spend a few more minutes with Nick. Maybe play around with some constructed. We got our break even. I'm happy about that. Obviously, we always want more, but break even just on the gems alone. 4 extra
packs worth of Kronch.
Packs, and we'll open these up. Nick, do you have any brews you're loving? Because if not, I can. I got a brew from Jay Schneider that we could try.
If you've got a deck from Jay, you should play it. That man is a legend.
So let's see.